do you think the role of banking in our society should include a regime, a more punitive regime, such that wrongdoers, either acting recklessly or deliberately to mislead markets, do you think that should lead to custodial sentences for bankers? It's a straight yes or no. What do you think?
I think people who do things that they're not supposed to do should be dealt with harshly. I think they should go through due process. I think we have been through a process ourselves of dealing harshly with people. David, when I got the results of this investigation, and it was because of the interviews, as I said, I didn't see a lot of the detail. I was aware there was an investigation, and I was broadly aware that things were coming out. When I read the emails from those traders, I got physically ill. It's reprehensible behavior, and if you're asking me, should those actions be dealt with? Absolutely. And immediately, when it became clear during the investigation that there was specific actions, it was dealt with at the time. We didn't wait for the end of the investigation. There were times during the investigation where it was less clear and due process was important. There were times when it was helpful to the investigation for people to be placed on suspension as opposed to terminated. But I want to assure you, David, that behavior was reprehensible. It was wrong. I'm sorry. I'm disappointed. And I'm also angry. There is absolutely no excuse for the behavior that was exhibited in those activities and in the types of emails that were written. And I stand for a lot of people at Barclays that are really, really angry about this. And one of my biggest worries is that this was wrong, and I'm not happy about it. But we put all the resources we could to make sure that the people that we knew that behavior was there were dealt with both the regulators in terms of anything that we can do in that regard. But this doesn't represent the Barclays that I know and I love, and it doesn't represent the work of 140,000 people who are working day in and day out for their clients and customers. And we have to be very careful, knowing how bad this was, that Barclays also got on top of it. There was no limit to the funds that could be invested for this investigation. We had it report directly to the board, not to the management of the organization, and we're taking actions on it. It was wrong.